Isiolo Governor Dr. Mohammed Kuti is this morning expected to appear before the Senate's Public Accounts and Investments Committee. He is expected to shed light on certain audit queries on his government. Our reporter Patrick Omimo now joins us live from our city centre studios with an update. Patrick, what is expected from Parliament today?
County Public Accounts and Investments Committee continues with scrutiny of the financial statements for the 2017-2018 financial year, but also some counties it's running back to 2014, 2015, 2016 and 2016-2017 financial year. Some of these county governments have not brought their documents to the Senate for scrutiny in order to be cleared for this particular financial year. And for the case of Isiolo, it's been a very intricate matter when this governor appears before the Senate, and also as that now there is also some information that certain documents that were supposed to come from the county have not been surrendered to the Senate for scrutiny. So if this be the case, we expect when Governor Dr. Mohammed Kuti appears before the committee, he will either be reprimanded and or charged for failing to adhere to this provision where you are supposed to provide documentation to the members for scrutiny plus written submissions. The other issue that is to do with regard to these financial statement for the 2017-2018 in Isiolo County has to do with the variation of IFMIS figures and that captured in the financial statement. There is an outstanding 1.7 billion shillings which was captured in IFMIS, but that particular figure of 1.7 billion is lacking in the financial statements that was presented by the county executive to the Auditor General. So he's trying to question why, where this money went to. And besides that, there is 580 million shillings which was spent but was not captured in receipts of financial statements. So this particular matter, the governor for Isiolo will have to explain to the Senate on what really is happening with regard to this particular matter. There is also the issue of Isiolo County Referral Hospital. Its expenditures, there is about 153,000 shillings that is unaccounted for after the hospital collected 5 million shillings. So this particular facility will be scrutinized by the senators. And also there's something to do with the fuel, the usage of fuel at the county. It said that the auditor discovered that the county spent 4.3 million shillings in fuel, but then there are no receipts to confirm whether this fuel was used or not. So the governor will have to also explain why a huge amount of money was spent on fuel, yet it cannot be accounted for. There is also matters to do with the distribution of relief food in the county. Isiolo is a food deficit county. The way the county government spent money to cater for relief supplies in the county is also questionable. The auditor wants to seek to get answers on whether the money that is claimed to have been spent to purchase relief food for residents who are facing hunger and starvation was really value for money and or it was an attempt to embezzle funds from the county. Generally, whenever the governor appears before the Senate, there's always an issue to do with the senator for Isiolo, Fatma Dulo. So it will be curious to see whether if the governor appears before this committee, there will also be that suspicion and suspicion between the two, the senator and the governor, because we saw like yesterday where the Meru governor Kiraitu Murungi appeared before the Senate. They spent almost 3 hours tussling with the senator Mithika Linturi. We've also seen when Muranga governor Mwangi Wairi appeared before the Senate last week. He also had altercation with his senator Irungu Kangata. So it's something that is playing out at times, and in this particular drama we find that members of the Senate Committee on Public Accounts and Investments cannot scrutinize those financial statements because they spend almost 3 or 4 hours arguing over issues or maybe involving themselves in sideshows and not engaging on the business of the day. So today we'll also be very keen to see how the chairperson of this particular committee, Moses Kajuang, handles these differences should they arise on the floor of the committee. Michelle.
All right, many thanks. That is Patrick Omimo.